I want to bring in Dixon Doll. He is the co-founder of Doll Capital Management, which oversees $2 billion in venture funds. And Dixon joins us from San Francisco. Dixon, welcome to the program. We got the sense that a social media IPO, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or something else, would have given proof that the investing world took these businesses seriously, and the IPO market at the same time was regaining health after a disappointing, lackluster start to 2010. Is that the right way to look at it?
I don't think it is exactly the right way to look at it. The market has begun a very slow healing process. I think that investors are very anxious to see some of the better social networking companies like Facebook and Twitter, go public. But people have to remember that these very strong companies are not going to go public before they are really ready to do it. Mm-hmm. So they have they're not being forced to. Facebook doesn't need the cash. It has a very strong user growth base outside the United States, and so it's going to wait for the very best time that it can in order to go public.
Does Facebook not going public right now change the landscape at all of venture capital?
I don't think so. I think it would be nice if if the market were a little bit healthier for IPOs right now. But we're on a pretty good track in the first half of this year to achieve the forecast that I made at the beginning of the year of between 40 and 50 venture-backed IPOs. During the summer, it's normal that venture-backed IPOs are slow or on hold or on vacation like all of us. But I think most people are hoping that the fall will be more robust again and help get us closer to that goal.
Right, more activity then. A lot of us use social media, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or apps on our iPhones and Blackberries, and tend to think of these concepts and their companies as mature enough to access public markets. If you were to give a grade on a scale of 1 to 10, what stage of development is social media at? Not just Facebook, but social media overall.
Oh, I'd give it a 3 or a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. We have all the most important pieces of the infrastructure: the smartphones, the mobile devices, the networks. Most importantly, the applications are all in the really earliest stages of their evolution. If we just look back a year or two, we didn't have many of any of the key components, and so we can look for an explosion in sophistication and maturity and diversity of the devices, the applications, and the number of companies over the next couple of years.
But things change so quickly. You were just saying a year or two ago, things were very different. Couldn't the world change completely by the time Facebook does list by 2012?
I think the world will change very significantly, and it's Facebook's challenge and all the other companies that hope to be leaders in that industry to keep up with the incredibly rapid changes that are taking place in the industry.
Is it equipped to do so?
I think it is, and I've said before, the companies, they have very strong management teams. They're growing explosively, and I think one of their biggest challenges is to keep the infrastructure that supports all of this growth up to speed. And my sources in the industry suggest that that's one of the major challenges right now. But I think that these companies, they have great investors, great members of the board of directors, good management teams. They're up for it as long as they don't screw up on the execution.
You announced 2 new venture funds last week, raising more than $400 million. Very quickly, Dixon, can you tell us where you're investing the most right now?
We're investing geographically about 55% of our capital in U.S. headquartered companies, and the rest of it in Asia, split between China and Japan. We're finding many opportunities in the areas that you're talking about here today: social media, apps, and games, and applications like this that are growing very explosively in Japan and China, as well as here in the U.S. Mm-hmm. We'll continue to be investing in internet infrastructure and digital media as well.
All right, I'm afraid that's all we have time for. Thank you so much. I've been speaking with Dixon Doll of Doll Capital Management in San Francisco.